How serious was the corruption among the Afghanistan government to this mission failing there?
Well, first of all, the mission hasn't failed yet.
Hey everyone, pray for your men and women in the armed services right now. I know that there's been a lot of bad press about the leadership of the military. The military is still made up of great men and women, the finest in America, the fabric of this country indeed. Pray for them because their commander-in-chief doesn't know who he is or what he's doing. He is an uninspiring buffoon. Joe Biden yesterday said that the mission in Afghanistan hasn't failed yet. What a thing for a president to say. We have been embroiled in this war for 20 odd years, nation building, fighting the Taliban, all of the many things that have happened in Afghanistan. Indeed, many Americans have sacrificed their lives bravely there. To have a president say, we haven't failed in our mission yet, and then also, conversely, to not be able to remember the name of the reason we're in Afghanistan, Osama bin Laden. Joe Biden couldn't recall Osama bin Laden's name or the raid that killed him. Man, what an insult to our military. Check out these devastating clips from the president, essentially saying we're going to fail in Afghanistan. We haven't failed yet. It's the exact line. And then not being able to recall why the hell we were there in the first place. So embarrassing. Check it out.
How serious was the corruption among the Afghanistan government to this mission failing there?
Well, first of all, the mission hasn't failed yet. There is, in Afghanistan, in all parties, there's been corruption. The question is, can there be an agreement on unity of purpose? What is the objective? For example, it started off, there were going to be negotiations between the Taliban and the Afghan National Security Forces and the Afghan government. That didn't come to fruition. So the question now is, where do they go from here? That the jury is still out. But the likelihood there's going to be the Taliban overrunning everything and owning the whole country is highly unlikely.
Thank you, Mr. President. Given the amount of money that has been spent and the number of lives that have been lost, in your view, with making this decision, were the last 20 years worth it?
You know my record. I can tell by the way you asked the question. I opposed permanently having American forces in Afghanistan. I argued from the beginning, as you may recall. It came to light after the administration was over, lasted our administration. No nation has ever unified Afghanistan. No nation. Empires have gone there and not done it. The focus we had, and I strongly supported, and you may remember, I physically went to Afghanistan. I was up in that pass where Osama bin Laden was allegedly escaped or out of harm's way. We went for two reasons. One, to bring Osama bin Laden to the gates of hell, as I said at the time. The second reason was to eliminate al-Qaeda's capacity to deal with more attacks in the United States from that territory. We accomplished both of those objectives, period. That's what I believed from the beginning, why we should be and why we should have gone to Afghanistan. That job had been over for some time. And that's why I believe that this is the right decision and, quite frankly, overdue.
Mr.